Hi everyone, welcome to High Playing Games. Simon here, and this is Die For Valhalla, which is a local co-op hack and slash type game in a 2D format. So think your old Castle Crashers / Double Dragon, but it's done in a Valhalla style version. I'm going to dive in to show you kind of what it's like as a single player, because I don't have friends. So you get to choose one of the 4 seasons, which is like your ghost and lady that you take charge of, who then possesses who you then want to attack and deal with. So I'm going to be with Summer because that's who I've worked out with so far. And this is the guy who I was kind of playing with last time. So let's go over here and try a new level. And the idea is that at the beginning of a level, you always get a little cutscene. And the idea is that you start off with your Viking that you either finished a previous level with, or you can kind of kill him off. And you can see these little things here. I've just pressed in on the R stick to kill that guy. I can then become Summer again and then decide who I want to be. So I can be a swords person, I can be someone with axes, and I can be a bow person as well. So let's switch up to being an axe person. And then I'm on the Xbox 360 controller, but this is available on PS4 and obviously Xbox One as well. Oh, it's a trap. Let's make our way through this without actually dying. So the idea is that you then use your Viking and the skills that they need at that time. Now, obviously, if you've got more than one player, you do well to start like focusing on who it is that you actually want to have win. So you can have a bow person going from afar. I'm going to basically keep killing myself so that I can show you all the different types of people as it goes. I find the bow person to be the least handy because I'm not very good with bows. Although they do it with those quite nicely, that's quite good. But in general, you deal with the bow person from afar. There are hearts aplenty because we're early on in the game. But the bow person can also set traps with Y. So what I really like about Die For Valhalla, at least early on in this game, is that everything is super easy to deal with. You can see there I blocked that attack. Oh, I didn't block that one though. And so if you die, that person was quite close to doing. So I've got my full health back. It means that you then become Summer again, or whichever season it is that you're controlling. And then you basically have a second life so that you can then sort them out and either possess someone else depending on how good / bad your current skills are with that person. In fact, let's get you back and let's go back to the axes. Got to have a ginger beard, surely. Rage time, do more damage. Okay. Good. And levels will change up depending on what it is that you're playing or doing. So some levels will have like waves of enemies and you'll get stuck in a certain place until you've cleared them all. Most of them seem to pull off, just keep on going to the right, as is the norm with this type of game, must be said. So Die For Valhalla doesn't necessarily innovate outside of this whole possessing and taking over of different types of creature. And you use the shoulder buttons on your controller to unleash special attacks. Now my special attacks, because this is early in the game, are not particularly great. So they just are what they are for the time being. You can see the little diamond stuff that's coming up is adding up to a score on the left hand side. That's essentially building up experience points for me. Let's see if I can get some parts to make sure that I keep going and don't have to transfer back to summer. And those bear traps that you can see everywhere, the archer can lay those down as his second attack, or her second attack depending on who you become. Now we're in trouble. I might be in quite a bit of trouble! Yeah, so as soon as we die, I'm not going to stay as Summer, but as you can see there, Summer had plenty of attacks that we could use. Which is handy. And she's quite handy herself actually. You could in theory just do the entire level as Summer, or your chosen Viking maiden. Kind of misses out on the whole fun point. Rage, rage. Kill it with fire. There we go. There's a special attack. And at the end of the level, you get a rainbow of stuff, so collect as much of it as you can in the couple of seconds that you get, and then the level comes to an end. And there you go. So I collected 26,000 of those currency coins. You can click Y for more stats as to how long you spent as each one, warrior, berserker or hunter, and how many times you died. And that includes the times where you've popped your own brains, essentially. But you'd get that for each person that you deal with. At the end of each level, oh, the power, I felt it. What? You again? You millennials are so entitled. Go and do your chores already. With that attitude, you'll never earn a name. Ah, so that's like the 5th season, who's being the moose. Are you like a Valkyrie trainee? Maybe we can help each other then. If you succeed in our quest, the gnomes will certainly reward you. If you fail, well, I'll just summon more experienced allies. True. Now let's vanquish the monsters. Okay. Smoke Cave? I shudder to think what monstrosity resides there. I do like the music. So, stuff expands as you go. So we've answered the call, which was our first thing. We now need to kill a certain amount of monsters, as you can see, and explore a layer as an optional one afterwards. So you move around the map, basically unlocking more stuff as you go, and continuing on. Now the last thing that I want to note is the upgrade system in this, which I was hoping we would get, and we did. So, Upgrades are interesting because you have two different sets of it. When you level up, essentially, you have two different types of leveling up to do. The first one revolves around choosing a skill. So I've already got Vikings deal double damage and increases my available skills to choose from when leveling up. And these ones that are like surrounded in blue, we get to choose one of these skills. So when you kill a glorious enemy, your followers heal 50 HP, which is very good for if you are playing multiplayer. If you kill an enemy, you've got less than 25%, you get an attack orb, great. When you kill a glorious enemy, you'll deal 20% more damage for a few seconds, that could be useful. When you prefer numbers over words, plus 50 something. Send a Viking away. Ah, okay, so when we kill out from a Viking, it will explode into a bit of a detonator. Fair enough. First pick on the rune ball. Okay. Well, I'm going to do Glorious and Strong, and that will be added to my bow. And then what we'll have to do is go to the runes. And this is like a weird little game. So on here, you have to chain runes together, and I'm allowed to get up to 7. So you choose where you want to start and then where you want to upgrade. So it might be that actually I want to increase my health rather than my spirit or attack or something like that. Spirit is like magic and special moves. So I'm going to start with defense. And then we have to go there, and you can see you can only go into certain directions. And there we go. That is how you upgrade. I find that quite a funky way of choosing how you upgrade your skills. I find it interesting anyway. And that's how you upgrade Summer, which then upgrades, as you can see in the top, there you go. We've now got 50 attack, 50 defense, 40 health, and 60 spirit. So I'm kind of making her out to be a middle, slightly more magey-like and special attacky than anything else. And then those kind of stats inherit what you give to the Vikings. So you have like a dual way of being able to upgrade stuff, and I really like that. In terms of the actual gameplay itself, there's not tons and tons and tons of things that you can do, and it's the switching up between the 3 different skill sets of Archer and your Swordsman and your Axeman to really fluff out the gameplay a little bit. So your mileage in Die For Valhalla will probably be limited by that, and also having friends. I don't have any at the moment that has this game, so for me this is a single player unless I've got mates over for stuff, which is fine, but these games are designed to really work well, like Castle Crashers, like Double Dragon, that kind of stuff, Streets of Rage, with other friends. So I recommend getting some people over, up to 4 players, locally or online, so be aware of that. Thank you very much for watching. I give this like a 1.5 thumbs up. It doesn't do anything particularly new of the genre, but I do like the music, I like the aesthetic, I like popping in and out of Vikings, and the way how the system level up. So it's got some good quirks, and I think you'll know if this one's right for you or not. I'll be doing a written review once I've got much further through the game over on higherplanegames.com, but for now I'm recommending this one. Cheers for watching, bye for now. This channel is just one of my many projects that cover games, music and film. If you enjoy any of these and would consider supporting me to develop further in the future, you can do so by visiting patreon.com/Satorimon. Thank you for your time and for watching the video.